Texas, and especially Austin, like being so close to the capital, it's a very political charge area, and politics are being thrown left and right. And I think the programs like Monarch were very important to make, students feel safe and welcome and help them succeed in their college career. Because like I said, the college experience can be very isolating. It can take a great toll on a student, especially if they're like first gen or, they hadn't had someone to guide them through this college experience. And so these kinds of programs are meant to help guide students through that college career and make them feel safe and welcome. And so when you take that away, I think it puts a student in a very isolating situation where they're struggling to find a space where they can find community, make friends, and find resources to help them succeed in college. And these wonderful programs that, unfortunately were affected by DEI, like they were providing these resources and filling in these gaps that now are widening. So I think these programs were very, very important to college students. Like I can't really think of a single college student who benefited from these programs who were like, oh yeah, what I needed to succeed in college is to, get rid of these programs. Like, no, like what kind of student, like not a single student is gonna feel that way. And I think everybody shares the same feeling that this was not the correct decision. And I think the people who were in charge of making these bills are very much out of touch with the college experience and the student needs. Yeah, I completely agree. If you think of immigrants and you think of one specific race or ethnic group, then I think you need to check yourself because that's not how it is, The undocumented population is very, very wide. There's people that come from all parts of the world, from all kinds of backgrounds. So yeah, I don't think that's, I think that's a fair statement. Like there's no ethnic, race, sexuality that can capture like what the immigrant group is because it's very, very big, very big. I think at the beginning I was very nervous, but now that I'm involved with Rooted and just seeing how passionate everyone is about advocating and continuing these services, I'm feeling a lot more hopeful. Like I had mentioned, like this work has been happening for decades. Students, faculty, and staff, like they've always been there. And I know with Rooted and like we're gonna continue to do our best to fill in those gaps and help students and provide those same services to students. So I was very scared at the beginning, but just because SB 17 happened, it doesn't mean you're gonna silence the voices of many students. And I know a lot of students are just as passionate about this. So I know they're gonna be working towards creating spaces that are inclusive. So the fight is not over. It's definitely kind of like a one step forward, two steps backward situation currently, but we're still marching forward and the fight is not over and we're still going to continue to advocate and support students in any way that we can. And these programs that were affected by the SB 17 bill, I think they feel the same way and they're going to do their best to continue the work. So yeah, I'm feeling hopeful now. Now I'm feeling very, very hopeful. Although like Monarch is gone and all these wonderful programs like the Multicultural Engagement Center, like even though they're gone, there's still a huge community out there who is going to do their best to support and help out in any way possible. And just because, people at the Capitol are saying one thing, it doesn't mean that they're going to be able to silence us. And there's things coming, things are happening, things are coming, and we're going to do our best to support one another through these very sad times. But it's going to be okay. We're going to be okay.